You're listening to Heathers Do Vegas. Join your go-to duo for all things celebrity gossip, reality TV reviews, fashion tips, and of course, all the inside scoop on Sin City.
Hello and welcome to Heathers Do Vegas. I'm Heather Ashley.
I'm Heather Nichole. Welcome from Las Vegas, you guys.
Welcome from fabulous Las Vegas.
Hope everyone's not freezing because we're not. It's not cold here.
Not cold, but cold.
Cold for us.
Yeah, cold for us. Yeah, but not by everyone else's standards. So,
Yeah.
yes. So, yeah, hey, we're like rolling right through January. We're past MLK and the inauguration. Did you watch? Did you watch any of that? Oh my gosh. We'll have to get into some of the fashions because
I did see a few of those.
There's some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, how's your week been?
Good. I feel like, 2025 is already not blowing as quickly by as 2024 did, which I'm a fan of. I want to enjoy the time, savor the moments,
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up tomorrow and have no tan during the summer, right? And summer's already over.
I know. I feel like it's been an eventful few weeks of the year. It's crazy to think of what's transpired just all over the world and the country in the last few weeks. So be an interesting indicator of what the year is going to look like. But we shall see. We'll keep you posted and bring you our Heather's hot takes on.
We will
on it every week.
Yes, we will.
So, okay. Well, I got to hear what your confession of the week is.
Okay, so my confession of the week is I fancy myself a show where they sell real estate with the brokers that wear clothes that they don't actually wear to work. So I love selling Sunset, and I've read that those girls don't actually dress like that to work. Not that it wouldn't help. And so now I'm watching Selling Manhattan.
Ooh, how's
and
that?
I can't take my eyes off the screen when they're showing anything over $2 million. I actually have to watch when they do the tour. And that's when I don't even look up like when I'm watching Housewives, right? I can do other stuff because you can just listen. But I have to watch the real estate. I need a pocket door. I need to see what the primary suite looks like, right? I need to envision my stuff in the closet. I need to mentally grade the kitchen on how I think it can work, right?
Yeah.
I just can't say no to those shows.
Yeah.
It's like
fun.
candy. It's like house porn.
They're always fun. There's so many out too right now. But that's a good one.
When they have a look though, it's a bonus for me. It's like a double.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine you have a real estate show on anymore and people aren't dressed, like little Barbie hookers selling real estate.
It just blows my mind the height of their heels. And I'm thinking to myself, they have got to just be wearing those for a camera and have, flip-flops or tennis shoes hidden somewhere because walking up the hills, walking upstairs in New York.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh.
Okay, let me hear yours.
I'll have to catch that show. So I have found myself interestingly obsessed with that feature on your phone where when you reply to people's texts and instead of using the thumbs up or the thumbs down, the haha, question mark, the pre-populated options, I've discovered, I don't know if it's new or not, but it's new for me. I've discovered the sticker and adding a sticker.
Yeah.
And I just think it's hilarious to go through my camera roll and find photos that I like or that convey a message in the image and use that as my response.
What did you send me the other day? A turtle, right? It was so funny. You caught me off guard.
Yes, and it's like I'm thinking it's just so much more interesting.
It is.
When I was in Phoenix, we were in Scottsdale shopping, and they had the stores have like the cutest little tchotchkes, and they had all these little bags that had funny sayings on them. And the one was, working harder than an ugly stripper.
Oh, yeah, that's what you sent me.
I should have bought that, but instead I just took a picture, and now I use it as a sticker to text.
That's right. I have a Craig sticker, and I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. You'll see it pop up. What's your most used emoji? The thumbs up?
For text, probably thumbs up.
Mine was always, I don't know if you noticed the party emoji with the guy blowing the horn in the hat.
Yeah.
But now I've been doing this one all the time.
The hands, yeah.
Yeah, just positive vibes all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like it. It just, it's a kind of a way to communicate a little bit more than those generic.
Personal. Yeah. And then it's like your signature as well, your signature move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I like it. I'm going to put a Craig on your next message about watching Selling Manhattan.
You can put Craig on all of the text messages.
I probably will.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, I want to jump around because it's a good segue. I'm watching Southern Charm, and this has been playing in the back of my mind while I've been watching the season, and something has happened with Craig, Shep, and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Something meaning physically, there's been a change in their appearance, in my opinion, from last season.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of been, tolling around in my head, and it really kind of hit home when I was watching it last night. And I started thinking, of the three of them, who is aging better?
Well, you know my answer.
Obviously, yes, we know our Craigie, he wins all the prizes. But, I feel like, okay, we know that.
Shep is the oldest, right? Shep looks good
be the
for
oldest.
45.
Yeah. I was just thinking to myself, he looks really good.
He does.
He's whether that you could attribute that to his just kind of living a healthier lifestyle, a better like mental state. He just looks a little more put together. He has a tidier haircut. It's not this shaggy fraternity boy look. And he just looks a little bit more put together and mature, and has grown into himself. I really thought Austin, I'm kind of like, he reminds me of a cartoon character. Like he looks like he could be off the cast of Peanuts.
And we saw when we saw him, I wasn't like,
he's
tall though. He's a tall king.
Yeah, he's a tall king. He's not a bad looking guy.
No.
He just doesn't like do a lot for me. But
they all seem fun to hang out with, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
I would attribute part of Shep's glow up to, the wonders that dating a girl that is perceived out of your league does for a man.
Yeah.
It's like night and day, the respect element that's there, and the care that's put into the conversations, the effort that's put into seeing the girl, the effort they put on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If only it were that easy for everyone, right? It doesn't seem like that girl is that into it.
The other thing too is in the show, they don't do the opening credits where they show who is the cast.
Oh yeah.
The main cast.
I never even noticed that.
And so every episode, I feel like I don't know who's showing up, and I don't know everyone's name. And it's like you got Leva coming in, making a random appearance here and there. It's kind of a little odd. Because I'm like, okay, well, wait, who's this model girl? And then, who's this other girl? It's like,
right, because I just assume they're in the group photo, And when I watch the intro, all I'm thinking to myself, because they show Patricia's house, is where was Patricia's house in relation to where I was staying? Because I can't tell if it's on King Street. I think it looks like it's right off King Street, but
yeah,
I'm not sure.
But you're liking the season so far. What do you think?
Yeah, it's entertaining. I mean, you know, the cast has some actual genuine conflict. I think it's all based in reality, if that's wrong to say. Like, the crazy short guy that's picking the fights with everyone, right?
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with him. It's such an
Well,
odd storyline. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he quits doing the confessionals.
Okay. Interesting. JT, right?
JT, yeah.
JT. Another reality star that's just constantly making headlines, Bethany Frankel.
Yes. Now, I am fascinated. Like, it's a train wreck in a good way to her Instagram posts, but for the love of God, do not let me drink and post, because I must have missed one important post of hers and have no idea what she's saying the Dior bags are real.
Yeah.
Did you catch it?
I went back through her most current posts, and I really only saw the one about the Dior bag, and she just was talking about the importance of buying real versus buying a fake, and kind of schooling everybody on just when is it worth to spend the money on a real one, and when not to. So
I mean, she was equating those with the drones at one point, and you know, she doubled down on her Blake Lively post about the premiere being weird. That was the last one I watched, and she fully admitted, like, she's like she drinks and then posts.
Yeah, I could see that. She's known for taking a lot down. She'll put something up that's just crazy, and then she'll pull some of them down. Yeah, I've seen a couple of hers about the whole Blake Lively thing, which that is just gone.
I mean, I know she's
crazy.
referenced a team, Bethany, and I'm sure she has a publicist, and that publicist must have the notifications on, and she must look at the post like this, like,
pretty
Bethany, what girl? You're gonna lose XYZ if you keep. But she does give a voice to opinions that everybody's thinking that nobody says.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she's posted a couple ones recently that I thought were pretty good, that didn't seem too crazy. And
her support for the fires in California, you know, saying what's really happening. She does a great job. That's why I said it's like, I can't stop watching.
Yeah.
I can't.
I know. And the chicken salad, I mean.
She makes some weird snacks, but they all look interesting.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know how you go from snacks to showing your, you know, $100,000 watch and $50,000 Chanel.
I know, crazy. Oh
when she has a fit check with Bryn. But I'm still watching them, so I'm guilty.
She's such a character, and she was talking about Spencer Pratt and Heidi in a recent TikTok, and then it involved, was it Alex Earl? No, or someone else?
Yes, yeah, and they were saying RIP to TikTok right when it went down, like at midnight on Saturday. Yeah, and I only caught part of it because I have a life outside of looking at her all the time. And then it was, you know, TikTok was back up by 9 a.m. the next day.
Yeah,
so
didn't even miss it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you know, say TikTok really goes and dies away from us, like, you're okay? Do you feel like you would replace it with another
platform? Something else will come in its place, because even though Instagram is as glossy, it's not as fast moving.
Right.
So we'll see. I wouldn't miss it. Would you miss it? You look at it more than me.
Oh, I mean, I would definitely think something would come around that's
Yeah.
very similar to replace it, because it's just it's such a phenomena, and you know how much people really rely on it, even just for sheer entertainment.
I mean,
Um,
when I logged back in on Sunday, I was like, I have this post saved, but I have 91 drafts in there. So I was like, oh, I hope my drafts are still in there. The
well, for
drafts that nobody
me,
should see.
I feel like TikTok has, like, now I understand how, um, like the generation that grew up with YouTube, how they loved watching YouTube, and anytime they had a question about anything, they go to YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And for me, I actually, like, if I'm interested in a topic or I have a question about something, I'll go to TikTok and I'll type it
Oh
in.
yeah, like what to wear to a concert. Yeah, I've seen you do
Or
that.
even like I'm looking at, oh, what are some resort wear fashions,
Yeah.
or, like red light therapy. I mean, whatever it is, it's like it's modern version of an encyclopedia. So
Yeah.
that's really kind of, I've become a little dependent on it in that. So, which is a
But
little
speaking of TikTok,
terrifying.
we got to pivot to, your thoughts on Spencer, because he is just a mogul on the rise.
Yeah, I mean, this is always who he's been. It's just, it's kind of like a perfect storm for him.
Mm-hmm.
When people find themselves in just a their back is against the wall, they have no other choice. Um, he's gonna do, what he's always been doing. He is a hustler. He's a business guy. He's, self-promoter, and he's always been like that. I mean, I've followed him on his TikTok, and he makes appearances on Heather McDonald's podcast pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just constant every time he is on her show, or even, on filming his own content, he's wearing Heidi's t-shirt. I mean, what did he say when he even took out of the house? Got a bunch of her frickin' t-shirts. I mean, like, he just is relentless. I'm gonna hire Spencer.
I know. I mean, what do you think about
Can we
him
put
just
him on retainer for Heather's Do Vegas?
do it? Some shirts, right?
Right, we're gonna give him some merch and get him
What
out
do you think
there.
about him disclosing how much money he made on TikTok?
Oh yeah, interesting. Um,
Like
and
direct pay from just hitting the
yeah,
button.
yeah. I thought, interesting. I thought it would be more, but I mean, that you're just hearing like a fraction of one effort that he's doing. Um, but that's on brand for him. I mean, he's pretty like a transparent guy, and I think too, I mean, when he's literally running on fumes, literally and figuratively running on fumes in his hustle right now, because he's so trained that fame is fleeting, and
Mm-hmm.
his 15 seconds are going to be
Mm-hmm.
up. Not that he was an unknown, but he's obviously been thrust into a whole nother limelight, with this whole situation.
Well,
This
let me tell you the interesting part I heard yesterday to see if this
Mhm.
changes your opinion. Heidi was on every show right now, but ET, I think she said they were house poor. They had their house, I would assume no mortgage because their insurance company dropped them.
Mhm.
So that
I heard
means,
I heard him in an interview, and they did have a mortgage.
okay, but that means
Yeah,
that they can't get anything from that house burning down without insurance.
right.
So they really are
Yeah,
in
they're
a
totally
bind.
starting over.
Yeah. So they must
Totally
have
starting.
taken their Hills money and purchased the house, right? And then gone through. She said it was the struggle to make ends meet every month.
Mhm. He always says they took the Hills money and they made her album
Oh,
back 10, 15, So I think where they're making whatever, recently, and is them doing these like little one-off reality shows,
yeah.
competitions.
Hmm.
and then whatever money they make off of appearances. And then he was selling all the crystals. He has a website where he sells all these crystals, and he talks about, because he openly, that's another thing too. It doesn't surprise me. He mentioned how much he's making on TikTok, because he'll talk about how much money he blew, after the hills, and how much money he spent on crystals, and he's really open about that.
Yeah. I think it's refreshing. I want to hear the good, the bad, the ugly always.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I
Straight
mean,
up.
power to them. I mean, keep at it. He's a hustler when you look it up in the dictionary.
Spencer for Traitors. Spencer for Traitors. But speaking of Traitors, have you
Yeah.
seen, I know you're not really watching it, but have you seen Dylan Efron is just everywhere now?
You're gonna have to fill me in on this one. I'm sorry. I
So
will catch up. I will. I gotta.
he's
Yeah.
not famous himself. I think he was in one TV show. He's Zach's brother.
Okay.
But add a foot to how tall he is. He's literally like, I looked it up. He's literally like 6 something, and I think Zach's not. But one of the Traitors made a comment about, he said, well, I'm a brother of an actor, and one of the Traitors goes, well, not a good one. And that kind of set off, in combination with the fact that he's identified who the Traitors are, and he's just so guy next door hot. Oh, he's just everything.
Is he
He's
really?
great. Yes.
So he looks like Zach?
He looks like him, but like I said, like a taller version,
Uh-huh.
but still with
Okay.
like the brown hair and the blue eyes.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Well, I now have even more motivation to watch this show.
Like a hands-on looking kind of guy, like he could put air in your tires and watch
Okay.
Jeopardy with you.
Okay.
I don't know if he's cooking dinner,
Interesting. Is that what your wanted ad? Fix my tire and watch Jeopardy?
but you got to be able to fix stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fix most of it, but
Yeah.
it's just hot, right?
It is hot. It is.
I'm like, oh, you just repaired that wall.
So is he an actor,
I think
or
he
what
did
is he?
one TV show with his brother.
Oh,
What, I don't know what he's famous for. He's not really.
yeah. Huh. Well, I guess he's trying to get famous, right?
No. We'll see how far he goes. That'll
Mm.
predict where it goes for his career.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of Cameron Diaz making her little acting comeback?
Um, I think that whoever wrote that script didn't advise her well.
Ooh.
No, I think I couldn't even make it past 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, so it's out?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, but she's married to
Okay.
Jamie Foxx in the movie,
Right.
and they did such a good job casting children that looked like part her and part him. It's just fascinating,
Mm.
but it's just beyond cheesy.
Is it really?
It's like
That's
an
too bad.
action movie, and it's
Mhm.
not any of it. It wasn't believable to me. The dialogue's shit.
Yeah.
She looks great.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Vanilla Sky popped through my screen the other day, and which I love. Cameron Crowe is one of my most favorite movies ever. She doesn't look a day older than she did in that movie.
Yeah.
Julie Gianni.
Yeah. Yeah, she's held up. Okay. Well,
I
I'm
just
gonna
think she
try
could
to
have done a
watch that
better project than.
than that. Yeah.
Why would you come out of? It could have been any actress.
Yeah.
She could have been in The Substance. She could have been in The Last Showgirl. Which reminds me, who there was another person they were going to cast for The Last Showgirl. It would have been just as good as Pam. I will get you the name, but it would have been just as good of a movie with Pam, with the other
Okay.
actress.
Interesting. All right. I will try to check out the dud with Cameron Diaz.
But I say that, and I think we're similar. But my dad will probably like it because he likes teenage comedies and movies with no plot.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Dad. Oh my gosh.
We'll make him watch it until
Yeah.
the end.
All right. Well, we've been shopping for some looks for Super Bowl,
Yes.
which is around the corner. So yeah, actually, we'll have to wear, whatever we end up wearing. We should wear that like for that episode that's around then, so we
Oh
can
yeah.
show off our Super Bowl looks. But
See what I'm
so
sending her, you guys. Lacy jerseys. Just
cute.
total Vegas, like
Yeah.
see-through. Just on brand for us, right?
It is totally on brand. I know. Are you thinking you're going to lean toward, one of the teams? I mean, who we don't know yet, but once we know who the teams are you going to try to,
Okay, so my Rams are out. They lost on Sunday.
okay.
So, I mean, none of the teams left would I wear in support of. Maybe the Eagles, but I'm not going to wear green.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate
no,
colors.
the answer is no. It will be
Okay.
cute football stuff.
Okay. Just football themed.
Sexy
Yeah.
football.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm there with you. Yeah, I'm not behind any of these teams myself, so it's just going to be team cute fashion,
Yeah.
cutie
I didn't even
looks.
know the Bills were still a team, okay?
Oh my
And the
gosh.
Chiefs, if the Chiefs go again, come on, that's just.
Oh, I know. You see, they totally slammed Taylor for her pricey outfit she wore to one of the last games. That whole black.
All her outfits are pricey.
Well, this one was a little more
The
so,
Chanel one?
yeah. So
Who
she kind
slammed
of,
it?
I don't know, it was like TMZ picked it up
Oh, that's
and
unfortunate.
they were just, showing that how people probably like on social media were just picking apart how much it cost and
The girl
yeah,
can afford it and she busts her ass, okay?
yeah, yeah.
It'd be different if she didn't do 2 years of 3 hours of tour. But
I know, right? I know. She just, I know. Poor girl. She's been on tour for like the last 5 years. Let her wear her Dior and in peace. Oh my
she
gosh.
deserves it.
Speaking of the fashions, I was just mesmerized by the inauguration fashion. And we're not going to, this isn't a political show. We're not getting into politics. It's strictly about, what was being worn. But there's some interesting looks and probably the biggest headline. And actually, Bethany, speaking of Bethany Frankel, she did a post on telling people to stop shaming Lauren Sanchez. She wore this white, well, I love a white pantsuit, but so she wore this white blazer. I think it was a pantsuit. I didn't see the bottom, but and then underneath was a lacy like bralette bustier type of thing. And there's so many images of there's like Mark Zuckerberg looking down her shirt. There's and I mean she was front and center in the audience, so you just could not miss it, and it was quite a choice for an event like that.
I mean, when I went to a race week event last year for F1, she was at the table behind me and she had something similar on. She had like a white jacket on. But it wasn't what she was wearing that called your attention to how she looked. It was the fact that she doesn't look natural anymore.
Mm. Yeah, she's very done up.
It was like mesmerizing. Like you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
miss her when she walked in the room.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So is it that she's striking in person?
No,
No,
it
it's
just didn't look soft.
okay. It's very manufactured.
And then she just like looks high end. She looked
Mm-hmm.
very,
Yeah.
as she should, right?
As she should. She absolutely should.
Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
has a large part of my money. I'd rather that she's wearing it than he's wearing it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then did you see Melania Trump's hat?
Yes.
What'd you
No, I
think of
didn't
the
see the
hat?
hat. I saw the black and white dress. I missed the
Okay.
hat.
The ball, yeah, the gown. Did you like the gown?
Yes, I thought it,
Yeah.
and then I thought it was better when I saw that his daughter did the Aubrey Hepburn copy.
Mm-hmm.
which I just thought was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I like the black and white theme that
Mm-hmm.
they all kind of incorporated.
Yeah. No, I did. I mean, Ivanka Trump, she could do no wrong. She's just so gorgeous and glamorous. Yeah, I did not care for Melania's hat. I just did not think it was the right event to have your eyes shaded to the point where you can't see them. I mean, you're the first lady, your husband's getting sworn in as president. We should see your eyes.
Okay,
You
so I'm
shouldn't,
gonna look up this
yeah.
hat, and you're gonna
Yeah.
watch the
Well, you know what
shitty Cameron movie.
you know they're comparing it to on like the late night talk shows, they're comparing her hat to the Hamburglar from from the
Was
McDonald's.
it
Like
like this? Did it dip?
no, it was just like this, like it had a little
I'm
brim.
intrigued.
Yeah, go look at it, and then yeah, you look at like Jimmy Fallon came out
Hmm.
dressed as Hamburglar, and that's how they're making fun of her, which oh well,
I
too
was
bad.
watching Selling Manhattan because, oh, yeah,
Too
I can't
funny.
take my eyes away from that show.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into a little Housewives
Okay,
because
yes.
it is juicy.
So I don't know if you caught New York
Yes,
last night.
yes.
So I was, happily surprised to see that they hyped an outcome that didn't actually, it surprised me.
Hmm.
Now I'm not someone that's easily surprised. I just cannot stand, me personally, the way Uber reacts. I can't stand it. I
Yeah.
don't like overreactors. I like chill people that are just roll with it. I don't even know what I would do if I was around that energy. It doesn't matter
Hmm.
what she's saying, let alone how serious the topic was.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was interesting that most of it was not on camera and not on the microphones.
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
think?
I think it was classic New York, what we've seen from them, where they take something that in real life would probably be nothing more than just a simple conversation, and they had to really create this dramatic chaos. And the whole thing where they show you the camera crew, kind of like, camera behind the camera, and they give you that perspective of all of the, the
They
producer
break the
around, and
fifth
they're all,
wall.
yeah, they're
Hmm.
doing the whole breaking of the wall. um, Adds this element of, oh, my gosh, what is going on? This is like the biggest thing that ever happened.
Hmm.
And when you boil it all down, it's simply that somebody, again, had like a little bit of a misunderstanding, or
Hmm.
they didn't know a piece of information,
Hmm.
and it turns into, the whole fucking place is blowing up. And it's like, no, would this happen in real life? No, I mean, not unless, I get, you have a Uber personality that just, she's going
Which
to
is
take
not
anything
normal. Yeah,
and
that's
blow
not
it up.
normal. Yeah. Her
So,
personality's not. I did think it was interesting to me that it looks like they all have their own producer. So then I played it through my
yeah.
head and I was like, that would make so much more sense, right? When they're going to any event, that they're never solo. Like they always have someone holding their hand, right? They have someone they
Mm-hmm.
can text. Because you can imagine how much more supported you would feel than just having this argument with this woman and not having. So whatever they do, the producer must like support them essentially, right?
Yeah.
It's like their work wife, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I did. And ironically, today I was listening to something, and it verified that information exactly, that
Mm,
each one of the cast members has an individual producer.
yeah.
So,
Mm,
but I guess we'll learn more about it on the reunion.
yeah.
And uh, I'm just, yeah, I'm glad to see that that season's done. I just didn't know what more they could do with those
I wonder
women.
will there go from here, because I'm telling you, I said Bren quit, and there's just
Mhm.
not a lot of tension between the remaining girls.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, what story
Hmm.
do you tell from here?
Right. And did you notice too, from the previous season, we were getting more with, say, Sai at home and the husband and the kids.
Hmm.
And he was nowhere to be found this
Oh, he was on
season.
there a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, but not anything like before. And I just,
Yeah.
and I thought that was interesting seeing that dynamic. And you didn't have that. And one of the things I keep hearing people say is, when these reality people get into the comments and they're reading the comments
Yes.
from the previous, and then you see their behavior change.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like you could
Meredith
see that
Marks.
with a couple of them. Yeah. But all right,
Wait,
and Beverly
before
Hills.
we go, speaking of
Yeah.
that, Meredith Marks, what do you think about that text game they played? Andy didn't like it on
It was,
Salt Lake.
yeah, it was really
Risky.
crazy. It was a bit much. I mean, it's taking those stupid mean games that they like to do, like, who
That
you
could have
don't
went
trust
left.
and
Yeah.
who do you dislike the most. I mean,
Hmm.
and it just felt very produced. That here all of a sudden now you got to come up with the text. And not to mention too, okay, if I put myself in their shoes, and these are all women that are at least 30, in their late 30s, right? And up.
Or at least.
You're not, we come from a time where better than to put a lot of nasty shit in
That's
writing.
what I thought too.
And you're a reality star and you're going to risk saying nasty things about a cast member and send it to someone else, regardless of who you're sending it to. We could be, your mom. Somebody can screenshot that
Yes.
and use it against you. And
I
I
want to
feel
say
like
I
they
read
produced
somewhere
it.
one reiteration of the Apple upgrade, a future Apple program will tell another person if you screenshot a conversation.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be a game changer, wouldn't it?
Interesting. It would be. Yeah. I mean, right. You have to just be so careful. So
You
I
just
felt like it was just
hope that
produced.
you have some green text friends you can talk shit about.
Right.
I don't have
That's,
any of those because
you
I can't
know,
be friends with green text people.
desperately seeking friend with green tag.
If you don't have an iPhone, I'm like, not. We can't go to happy hour.
Oh my gosh. No, that's so funny. Next time you see somebody with like an Android, you're
Don't you remember when I used to give I
uh,
won't say his name a hard time about having a phone case? He had an Android.
oh yeah. Oh well, too funny. All right, so Beverly Hills, where any commentary on?
Okay, another text situation. I was shocked when just reading Kyle's body language when she read the text. I was freaking shocked. She did not disclose everything that was said. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Her reaction, last night, I was appalled at how hardcore she deflected. And there's just a flood of messages everywhere saying that she produces and controls the show. This is the first time she's not in control of what's being, shown. And I just fully agree with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's just really put herself in a corner and she's been the queen bee and she's
Yes.
been the driver for a lot of this and
Good press, let's say, for 10 years, right? Probably the
yeah.
whole Lisa Vanderpump thing went in her favor when Lisa left.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing too is like, what else is going on in this show besides the fight with Dorit and Kyle?
Well,
I mean,
I mean, I think stupid CUNT is trending. And there's not everyone just loves it. She called her that. There's probably shirts that
I
say
know.
that now. We should
Yeah.
tell Spencer to make some.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't disagree with how Dorit's handling herself. I don't.
No, Yeah, she's doing great.
She literally said, she goes, I think Erica's afraid of her. And when she said that, I was like, I think she is too.
It could be. Maybe a little bit, you know.
With Kyle really essentially comes Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy might do the dirty work.
Yeah, that's true. I know. And where has Kathy been? She's a friend of, right? I haven't seen her the last few. Oh, they popped her in on the FaceTime, so she got her.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, and their season's coming to an end, right? I think we have a few more
I
episodes.
hope not. I don't think they've done their reunion yet, because we're about to have no housewives on.
I know.
It drives me nuts.
Uh-oh.
I need at least one.
We need one. Yeah.
Like I just decompress and I can like autopilot and not think when I watch it. That's why I like it so much. But
yeah. Well, we'll have to talk about some of the Salt Lake reunion because I think the first one's on tonight.
Oh yeah.
What I saw.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. And hopefully I have some fun Vegas plans that I'll be able to share and give you guys some feedback on some stuff. But remember, you can always find us on Instagram and still TikTok for now. And then, of course, YouTube. You can actually see our episodes. We upload those videos to YouTube channel, so you can check us out in person.
Like us, subscribe, comment. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to put stickers on your conversations. But only if you have blue text.